Hey there, Ludicrous Gamers. It's Malefios here with another calculator tutorial. We're going to be doing the quadratic formula today. So, first you turn on your calculator. Here it is. And of course you can always plug in your quadratic equations in your graphing function, or there's another option in your math menu. But I'm going to show you how to actually program the formula into your calculator. So for this, we're going to hit the program button, PRGM. It's going to come up with probably this if you don't have any other programs in there. And so we're going to scroll, not scroll, but use our arrow keys. Go over to New, select Create New, and we're going to hit Enter. Now we're going to name our program. Since this is a quadratic formula, I'm just going to type in quad form. Quad form. Like that. And you can see you can only type in 8 letters at a time, or else you get this. So maximum name length is 8 letters. And of course this is using the little green letters above each of your keys. It's already an alpha lock, so you don't have to worry about that. So we're going to hit Enter again. And now this is our coding area. And there's going to be 3 parts to this program. We're going to have an input part, and of course then the math part after that, and an output part. So in order to do this, we're going to hit the program button again. It's going to bring us to this menu. These are all controls. We don't have to worry about them for this program. So we're just going to scroll over to the input-output section. And we have our input and our prompt. Input, we could use input, but mostly that's for if you want to assign a word to a number or something like that. If you want to say, number of cows or something, you could say input, use your little quotations there, and say cows, and then it would output cows, and you would type in how many number of cows you would have, etc. Prompt is for single variable. So in this case we have a x squared plus bx plus c. So we can just use the a, b, and c letters. So we're going to just, for simplicity reasons, use prompt. We're going to hit Enter. It's going to show up here. And now we're going to hit alpha, the math button. That's going to give us our A. And so it's going to prompt for A. But we want to prompt for A, B, and C. So in between, we're going to hit the comma. Alpha apps going to give us our B, comma. Alpha program will give us our C. And so now it's going to prompt for A, B, and C separately. So it'll say, what is A? You type in a number. What is B? It'll type in a number. What is C? Type in a number. So now that's all we have to input. So we're just going to enter. And this is where we're going to do the math portion. So if you know your quadratic formula, we have negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. But we can't have a plus or minus on the calculator. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 different formulas, one with a plus and one with a minus. So we're going to use parentheses, negative. You can never use too many parentheses. So first one we're going to do the plus, square root, second x squared button will give you square root, alpha apps, square button, minus 4, alpha math, alpha program. For AC, you can close those parentheses. That'll close the square root. Now we're going to close the full numerator and divide the whole thing by 2 alpha math. That's going to give us our A. So now this is our formula, but we have to assign whatever number this gives us to another variable. So we're going to hit our store button, this button right above your on button. It's going to give us an arrow. And we'll store it, for simplicity reasons, just the letter D. You can use any letter you'd like, but that's what I'm going to use. So I'm going to hit Enter, and now this is our next line of code. We're going to do the same thing with, whoops, not that. No, hold on. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. We're going to do the same thing as the last line of code, just with a minus instead. Second x squared, b squared minus 4 alpha math, alpha program. 2 parentheses there, divided by 2a. Now this one we can't obviously assign it to the letter D, because then it'll overwrite what was already in there. So we're going to assign it to E. So, and that's it for the math part. So now we're going to hit enter. This is going to be our display portion. So we're going to hit program again. Again, ignore the controls. Just go over to the input output. And 3, the third option, is your display. I'm going to scroll down to that, hit enter. And we could just display D, comma E, and that will give us our answer. But we're going to make this a little user-friendly. And so we're going to say alpha plus, which will give us quotations, X, second math, this will give us our logic. First one is equals. X equals, close our quotations, comma, D, comma, E. And so this is basically just saying this is what these numbers are. So if you're doing the program and you don't know what the quadratic formula is, which if you're doing this program you should, but it'll just tell you these numbers are the values of X for this quadratic equation. So now we're done. That's all you have to do. So instead of hitting enter or anything or clear, you're just going to hit second mode to quit, and this comes back to your normal screen. And now when you hit program again, we're going to see this quad form. That's our name of the program. So we're going to hit enter. That's just going to bring up program quad form. Hit enter again to run the program, and now we have A. So let's pick x squared minus 5x plus 6. We all should be able to factor that, but it'll give us a good test. So our A in this equation would be 1. Our B would be negative 5, since the ax squared plus bx plus c, that's a plus, and since it's minus 5x, we have to include that negative there. And for our C, we have 6, and we should get 3 and 2. And that's the right answer. So, and of course it has a done, which signifies that the program is over and you can do whatever you want now. But yeah, that pretty much means it works. So hope you guys learned something about this. Just a shout out to Chemtech, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm using their justified calculator emulator on their website. You can go to cemetech.com and also use it. You just have to load a ROM, of course. But yeah, thanks to them, and thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.